Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are we doing tonight, Joel?
Well, it's a rare occasion, Ryan. I am not drinking. There is not a can of PBR in my hand or a bottle of Warsteiner, just this good old-fashioned cranberry juice and Sprite. I'm punishing myself, I suppose, because it was a bad night yesterday in the old hockey game. It's a good thing I went light. I said on Wednesday I didn't really do much for it, and I didn't make too many bets, but almost all of them lost. So when almost all your bets lose, you don't have to go heavy to have a bad night. So I'm licking my wounds. Football's good, though. I said that the over would be quite easy, and so it was. I didn't watch any hockey. I didn't watch any football. I was out, but that's probably a good thing because I would have been even more stressed watching all the bets lose. So anyway, enough about me. How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, Friday night, I got the PBR covered for both of us here, so nice. I got that there. I mean, the over in the football game only hit because the fourth quarter was just wild. I saw it was like 14-7 at half. I remembered you saying that you liked the over, and I was like, oh, that's going to be another one there. But
I had no idea what happened. I know there was some penalty that was missed at the end of the game, but yeah. I just looked at the score after. I'm like, oh, nice, 33, 35, 34, easy.
Easy over there for you. Yeah, and, I mean, we should probably both be punished. A negative day for both of us on the Puck Bucks. But before we get to that, make sure you are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on YouTube. If you're a podcast listener, Apple, Spotify, love that. But we're getting close to 500 subscribers on the YouTube, 12 away. So hoping to get there, as soon as possible before the end of the month, before the Thanksgiving break, maybe. So if you're not already subscribed on YouTube, you don't have to watch there. You just subscribe. Helps the numbers there. But of course, also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN and get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord, seeing more activity in there for that. But yeah, let's get it out of the way here. Our Puck Buck bets from last night. I'll kick it off here. I ended up going 3 and 5 there. Hurricanes puck line -1.5 against the Penguins, I believe that was. I think that won that one pretty easily there over 5-1. The Penguins. 5-1. Calgary, Boston under 5.5. We both had this one. It went to overtime 4-3. Devils puck line, that hit for me. So both of my puck line bets hit. They were playing the Canadians. Canadians at home 5-3 there. Took the Flyers plus 170 for just 15 puck bucks. I was telling Joel before the show, I would not have taken them if I knew that Ivan Fedotov would be starting, but they got the win in a shootout. Took the over 6 there as well, which I would have been all over if Fedotov was starting. That was a 2-1 game, so that was a loss. Blackhawks 10 puck bucks on that. They lost that one 3-1 in Dallas. Colorado, Winnipeg over 6.5, 1-0. Back-to-back shutouts there for Hellebuck, so that was a loss. And then the Blues at home against Utah got 15 shots. So that was a loss there. So 3 and 5 for me, down 31 puck bucks and 13 puck cents.
My single solitary win was the Habs team total over 2.5. They backdoored it, I guess, against the Devils. Got to 3, barely. And then the rest were all losers. The Boston under. Senators against the Islanders, that was like 0-0 for most of the game, I think. And then the Islanders just dominated the third period. Blues, like you said, lost that. And this one, the Avalanche Jets over 6.5. I was looking at the app. I saw that they scored a goal like 1 minute in. I'm like, oh, let's go. Turns out that was the only fucking goal of the whole game. Looking at the box score, looks like the Avs dominated the game. But Hellebuck stood on his head for a second straight shutout. So he's looking on track to repeat as Vezina winner. So yeah, that was not a good slate of games. So yeah, one good thing about it, I almost bet the Predators. I remember saying on Wednesday's show that I was looking at them. I forgot that they're on the back-to-back, Wedgwood and all that. So I stayed away, but it was really close. It was plus 180. I'm like, oh man, they're better than that. The Panthers come back from Europe, no, it didn't matter. Panthers absolutely destroyed them. So that's the silver lining, I guess. I didn't add that to the card.
Yeah, and it was a great night for Hellebuck's Vezina case. Back-to-back shutouts. Shesterkin getting
I just
pulled.
said that.
No, I'm adding to that, Joel, as well. I'm adding,
okay.
I'm piggybacking off your great point.
It's not like you're introducing new information.
No, Igor Shesterkin was pulled after giving up, I think, like 5 goals and like 12 shots or something. So
I see what you're saying.
Igor's still the favorite, but Hellebuck is right there as well. So
isn't he close to getting his contract penned? Shesterkin? Weren't there like eye emojis or something about
tweeting out like 11.5 million with pictures of New York and
very coincidental timing, don't you think? For him to put up a stinker.
yes, it is. Got the pressure on him there. So another bad day on the puck bucks there, but we'll get going here for Saturday. We got 12 games on Saturday starting at 1 p.m. This would have been a good day to have the Frozen Bukkake. You got a game at 1, 3. I think there's one at 6. There's a few at 7. Only one at 10, but plenty spread out there.
Oh, it's a good one though.
It is a great one there at 10. All right, ready to get into this 12-game slate for Saturday, November 9th.
Yes, sir.
All right, kick things off at 1 p.m. We have the Calgary Flames at the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres are minus 142. Flames are plus 120. Total is at 6. Overpaying off minus 122 with the under at plus 102 here. I'm going with the Sabres here at home. Sabres at home, minus 142. 4-4 at home. Back-to-back good wins against Ottawa, 5-1. Then at the Rangers, 6-1 there. And the Flames, they're fading fast after their hot start. Forced overtime the past 2 games, but still just 2-6 in their past 8 games. Whether it's Wolf or Vladar, they're just not scoring enough. Haven't scored more than 3 goals in their past 8 games and only did that 3 times. And Buffalo seems to be clicking right now with Thompson, Peterka, Tuck on that top line. No injuries right now. I guess UPL is playing well. UPL started each of the past 2 games, only gave up 2 goals in the previous game. So give me the Sabres here, minus 142. Always tough to play a total in these afternoon games. You never know if it's going to be open or tight checking. So I'm not going to play a total, but if I had to, I would probably go with the under 6 at plus 102.
Yeah, no real disagreement here. Sabres, like you said, starting to turn around. Flames, they're still competitive in these games. Even their losses, they're always in it. So it's you have to give them credit for that, even though their numbers aren't great. 24th in expected goals for percentage. So they're gonna continue to fade. Hopefully, fade enough to get under. The point totals I bet them at, but for this game, the Sabres are I think the side. I only have minus 130 for their number, but I don't think that I've credited them enough for their recent run. So the Sabres I think would be the play, and the total again, like I think I said the same thing in the last show. I think it's Sabres game total is lined pretty accurately here. I'm not sure what kind of goaltending we're going to get from the Flames. It's very hit and miss, and same goes for the Sabres too. But Sabres are playing better defensively, I think. So sure, we'll look to the under, I guess.
Yeah, UPL's been back on track. Save percentage at 909 there. And I'll be doing a point stack with the top line here for the Sabres. Probably just Thompson and Peterka for the main one. And do all 3 for a smaller play. Those teams tend to be been pretty profitable so far. Going down to the next afternoon game, we have 3 p.m. Dallas Stars at the Winnipeg Jets. Both are around minus 110 here. Over 6, minus 102. Under 6, minus 118. Joel, what do you have for this one here?
Looks to be the 2 teams that are going to be competing for the division. Stars just getting back from Europe there, took care of the Blackhawks, no problem. And now they go up to Winnipeg to face the hottest team in the league with only 1 loss on the season. And Hellebuck, like we were saying, playing excellently. I still have the Stars as a better team here. My line is minus 104, even on Winnipeg ice. So I still think that the Stars are the play here, even though it's hard to fade the Jets right now the way that they're playing. So it's a tough call, but if I had to play this, I would take the Stars here around a pick 'em. The total though is interesting. I know we just went over in a Jets game and turned out to be biggest loss of the day. So if Hellebuck's starting, and I expect he will for this divisional matchup, it's got to be to the under here. I know the Stars they've played some over games. They have good offense, but they also have pretty good goaltending and whatnot. So I think the under 6 would be a look too. Plus, it's an afternoon game. Those tend to go under more than over. So under, and the Stars would be small bets.
Yeah, I agree with you there on the under. Looking at their meetings last season, all 5 of them had 6 or fewer goals. All 4 of them had 6 or fewer. 3-0, 4-1, 2-0, 3-2. So even at there's some 5.5s out there at even money. I wouldn't hate taking that, or plus 106. Under 6 minus 118 probably the best bet in this one. But I'm going the other way. I'm going with the Jets here at home. Got to keep going with a minus 112 here. 7-1 at home. And, the Stars get screwed a lot for their travel just because they're down there in Texas and no one is close. But, coming back from Finland, having a home game, have to go up to Winnipeg now. Then they're at Pittsburgh. Then they're back home against Boston. Then they're at Minnesota. They're always moving around. I know they're a good hockey team and it's modern travel and whatnot, so it's not a huge deal. But I just think the Jets are rolling right now. And until they lose, I can't bet against them. So, under 6 would be the best play, but I'm probably going to bet the Jets as well in a pick'em. All right, going down to 6 p.m. here. We got my Philadelphia Flyers plus 200 at the Florida Panthers minus 245. Panthers on the puck line are at plus 100. Totals at 6.5 over even money, and the under is at minus 120 here. Flyers goalie situation is interesting now. Fedotov looked fine against the Lightning. Didn't really make any great saves. Had a few times where he was out of the net and probably could have got scored on rather easily. Sam Ersson, I think, skated today. Alexei Kolosov did not. So, hopefully Ersson starts to give the Flyers a chance. But I think either way here, it's going to be the Panthers here, probably on the puck line at plus 100. They've won 6 games in a row now. All 6 of those wins have been by at least 2 goals. Big 6-2 win there against Nashville that you mentioned before. And the Flyers just, they can't seem to string a few good games together. They finally broke through 31 shots against Tampa Bay, but Florida has been beating good teams. Flyers aren't a good team, so I think they're able to win this one by margin on the puck line at plus 100. Maybe a Florida team total. They've scored 4 or more in 5 straight games. Flyers have been allowing a decent amount of goals, give up 6 to Carolina there. So Panthers puck line are plus 100. Then for a total, I would go with the over, but probably not going to touch that. Right.
The Flyers look to be a pretty bad team right now. They don't have much going for them. They maybe still a hangover from the end of last year, but I don't know what happened to the Flyers that were so surprising the first 2/3 of last season, but they don't seem to be showing up at all. Is Michkov going to be benched again, or is he going to be back?
I was about to bring it up if you even saw that, because you said you weren't paying attention to hockey. So I mean, I think he has to be back, but I could see Tortorella saying, "Oh, I'm keeping the winning lineup together," even though they brought up an AHLer who was bad in the AHL to take his spot. So I'm hoping Michkov is back for this, just one game out. I'm hoping he's back. Celebrini's looking good in the call. He had two goals on Thursday night, so Michkov has to get back in there. I'm assuming he'll be back in there.
Right, yeah. Celebrini, he's only played 2 games. He's got 3 goals and a couple assists, I think. So yeah, he's got to watch. He was up to 10-1. Now he's drifted down 5-1 or shorter. So clearly he's back in the race, back in the hunt. Speaking of hunting, the Panthers here are. My line is minus 233, but the Flyers, I don't think I've downgraded them enough. I think they're just a bad team, and the Panthers, I've been upgrading them, but they look like better than ever, to be honest. And even without Montour and the like. So Panthers are, carrying on where they left off, and I see no reason to fade them here. So yeah, the minus 1.5 at even money would be a look. Maybe the Panthers in a parlay with some other team, maybe some college football or something. But minus 245 there is still a little short, I think. So yeah, give me the Panthers here on the puck line. Total is kind of high, though, I think. I know the Flyers have interesting goaltending, but they're not exactly the best defensively, and the Panthers are capable of shutting any team down. So give me the under 6.5 as well here, minus 120. I think that should be a 6.
Yeah, and also wanted to mention something for DraftKings sometimes has those parlay boosts where you have to have minimum odds of minus 250. So if the Panthers stay minus 250 or less, so throw them in the parlay boost there. All right. We are brought to you by Underdog. Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all sports: NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, MMA, NASCAR, and more. You can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries. So sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code HGP. All right, going down to 7 p.m. now. We got the Ottawa Senators at the Boston Bruins. Game itself is in Boston at the Gardens. Bruins minus 155, Senators plus 130. Total is set at 6. Both the over and under are about minus 110. Joel, what do you got for this Atlantic matchup?
Right. The Bruins are kind of turning around. They've won 3 of the last 4 games, not against the best competition, and they're not exactly dominating these opponents. But the goaltending is looking a bit better. It's tough to back them right now, the way that they struggle to score, even now when they're winning. And the Senators coming off of kind of an embarrassing loss to the Islanders, the way that they were outplayed. Now they go down to Boston. Didn't they just come back from? That was an interesting thing. I mean, back and forth across the border. They only played 1 home game and then go back to America. I think the line here, I think, favors the Senators. I can't back the Bruins right now as a sizable favorite. So even though the Senators have been much better at home, I still like them to be competitive in this game. So plus 130. Give me the Ottawa Senators and the total. Yeah, it's a Bruins game, so you got to go under 6. If it's not a 5.5, you're going under in these games because they can't score and they're still playing good defense for the most part. And the Senators are playing much better defensively now than they did last year. The goaltending hasn't been great. I assume it's going to be Ullmark in net. He's had a tough start in Ottawa. But the Bruins goaltending is getting better, like I said. So maybe it'll be Korpisalo too. You got a double revenge game here in net. The under 6 I think is even better than the Senators money line.
Hey, I'll mark return into Boston here for the first time. That should be interesting thing to see there. And you want to say Boston's getting better and Ottawa is fading a little bit. Only 1-5 on the road, but looking at the underlying numbers, I was shocked to see Senators have a 51.46% expected goals 4%, and the Bruins 49.9 down there in the lower half. So
that's better than they were before.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like you said, you can't take minus 150 right now on this Bruins team, but I also can't bet on the Senators. 1-5 on the road, bad losses there in Buffalo, then home against the Islanders. And yeah, like you said, they've been alternating road, home, and now on the road again. Just a bunch of travel for them. They've been getting the better of the shots. I'm not sure if that's score effects there, but this will probably be a big old pass game for me. Maybe an under, just because both of these teams can't score too much. All right, go down to 7 p.m. again here. We have the Montreal Canadiens at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs are minus 238. Leafs puck line plus 120. Canadiens plus 195. Total is at 6. Over at minus 120. Under at plus 100. Joel, what do you have for this one with Auston Matthews on the IR?
Right. Yeah, we can start with that. Guy in the Discord, listener, Archer, he recommended Nikita Kucherov for the Rock Richard with Auston Matthews missing the next couple games. He should return on Tuesday. This IR thing is just a reason to bring up a guy, Connor Dewar, I think the guy's name is. But yeah, so Auston Matthews shouldn't be out too long, but even just missing these few games, and now he didn't exactly have a hot start, and he's playing differently, and he's the captain now. He has got other responsibilities than just hammering the puck in the net. He's not going to get 70 goals this year, that's for sure. So yeah, this is a value down the board. He's still at 2-1, the sizable favorite in the market. So you look down the board and you try to find other candidates, and we landed on Nikita Kucherov at 6-1, a little better than that too. So Kucherov, he's doing the McDavid thing. Last year, he was all about the assists, and then this year he's scoring goals. It's like McDavid when he had the crazy assist year, and then the next year he scored 58 goals, something like that. So yeah, Nikita Kucherov is just doing the same thing. It's I can do both, man. And now that Stamkos is gone, he's taking on more of the role of the shooter. So yeah, he's firing the puck on the net. So Kucherov, I think, is a good value there with a lethal offense, lethal power play. So Kucherov there to win the Rocket Richard is a good look for this game.
I didn't realize Kucherov had 44 goals last year. And now without Stamkos, especially points out for a little bit, maybe he'll keep shooting. I also didn't realize Auston Matthews only has 5 goals right now. I know he can score in bunches, but him being such a short favorite for the Rocket Richard seems to be odd to me. I kind of like Pasternak at 10-1. I know he's had a really slow start, but he's still, I think, a decent number of goals. I guess maybe not. Or I don't know. Sam Reinhart again, 10-1. Kyle Connors scoring a lot of goals. Panarin's down there at 30-1. He's been scoring a lot. So I think there's some long shots to take a look at. I guess Kucherov at 6-1 isn't too bad, but I wouldn't be running to bet that just yet.
Yes, sir. The game here, give me the Leafs even still without Auston Matthews. I know they're playing tonight. I assume it's Stolarz in net.
I believe so, yeah.
Looking at that, so it'll be good old Joseph Woll, who hasn't played well in his limited time so far since his return from injury. So that's not good. And the Canadians always play up to the Leafs, but the Canadians are just bad right now. They can't score. They can't defend. The goaltending sucks. Maybe they just pull it together. Like the Bruins always play best against the Leafs. The Canadians always play best against the Leafs and the Bruins. So it's maybe this is one to stay away from altogether. But it's even at this big price here on a back-to-back with the Leafs on the back-to-back, it's tough to back the Canadians. I probably end up doing it though, just because I like to, because I'll be watching this game. Wow, there's a lot of good college football going on tomorrow. But if I have hockey on at this time, this will be the game that's on. So I might have a few bucks on the Canadians just for the hell of it to cheer against the Leafs. But total, like I said, Canadians can't score, they can't defend, and their goaltending sucks. So that makes for a hard handicap here. The Leafs, they've been an under team. Even now, they're looking like they're trending under in this Detroit-Toronto game. Yep, 2-1, only 14 minutes to go. The under 6, I think, if I had to play the total, but just a few bucks on the Habs for fun.
Yeah, this is a tough game. Probably take the Habs for a little bit, and do you think this line's going to move? Do you think Toronto's still going to take on all the Maple Leaf fan money with Matthews out, or do you think it'll go the other way for the back-to-back? I
think that this is the best price you'll get for the Habs, right around 2-1.
Right. Yeah, there is a 2-1 out there, 195, 5 cents off. I think throw a few bucks on it. They did beat them in the season opener, 1-0, despite getting outshot by 21. They have to win sometime. They've lost 5 in a row. Leafs on a back-to-back. Not sure if they've had a back-to-back yet this season. They have. They were home against the Lightning and won 5-2. They went to Columbus and lost 6-2. So maybe there's something there. Habs or nothing here for me.
I also bet Stolarz for Vezina a little bit, 35-1. I mean, his numbers are just as good as Hellbuck's and Shesterkin's, really. So, I mean, he doesn't have the name, the name brand, the pedigree. That's a big dinger. But the Leafs keep winning games, possibly win the division. He's going to get a lot of love, and he'll certainly be an all-star, so he'll get the attention like that. So I just think it's a big number there for a guy who's been arguably the best goalie in the league so far, at least top 3. The Leafs haven't had a goalie this good in a long time. So Stolarz for Vezina is not a bad bet.
Yeah, it's a good bet there. All right, down to 7 p.m. again here. I have the New York Rangers -162 and the Detroit Red Wings +136. Totals at 6.5, over at even money, under at -120. Of course, Detroit's the other team on the back-to-back right now. They're losing 2-1 in Toronto. They're going to go home to host the Rangers, who are coming off a horrible loss to the Sabres. Don't think the Rangers have lost back-to-back games yet this season. They bounced back from a loss in Washington with a win. Loss against Florida, had a win after that. Detroit playing decent hockey right now. Wins against Buffalo, Chicago. Not really anything too impressive there. They've been a very streaky team. Losing 2-1. Probably care more about this game against the Leafs than the one against the Rangers. Let me check who's in net. Cam Talbot starting tonight, so I imagine it would be Alex Lyon tomorrow.
I don't know. I heard
Ville Husso is confirmed for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
there's a sickness going around the Red Wings locker room apparently.
Yeah, love the
no doubt the Leafs will get it from them, and we'll have another campaign or another episode of Leafs fever.
Yeah, so love the Rangers here minus 162. I think their underlying numbers are still they're 11th. They're slipping a little bit, but the Red Wings are in the bottom 5, just above the Flyers there. So yeah, bet the Rangers here as soon as you can, because I'm sure they'll take a bunch of money for this one. Minus 162 is the best on the board right now.
Yep, Rangers already getting the money. Expect that to keep coming. If the Red Wings are really bad, they're getting bad against every single game, whether they're on a back-to-back or not. And yeah, Ville Husso, first game back from the AHL, he was thinking up the place earlier in the season. Don't expect him to be in great form here. So yeah, like I said, Red Wings are a bit sick, a bit tired too, playing against the Leafs here. The Rangers will be out for not revenge, but they'll be fired up after such an embarrassing performance against the Sabres. So yeah, I love the Rangers here. My line is minus 166, even with all those factors. So I love the Rangers here for once. I mean, if there's ever a time where I want to bet the Rangers, it's going to be against the Red Wings. So yeah, I think Shesterkin has a bounce back game, assuming he starts, even if he doesn't. Like Jared was saying in the show, Jonathan Quick has been quality backup. So yeah, Rangers all the way here. Under 6.5. Red Wings really struggle to score, and when they are scoring, it's mostly luck. So, yeah, give me like a 4-1 Rangers win here.
Yeah, I don't know if I can take an under in a Ville Husso start, but otherwise, I would agree with that. Yeah. All right, going down to 7 p.m. again here. I have the Washington Capitals at the St. Louis Blues. Both are at minus 110. Total is at 6, over at minus 120, with the under at plus 100 here. Joel, what do you have here with the Caps on a back-to-back?
Yep, another team on a back-to-back. Capitals are playing the Pittsburgh Penguins right now, locked in a 2-2 tie. Let me check who's in net. It is Charlie Lindgren, I presume. Yep, Charlie Lindgren. So it'll be the backup, whoever the hell it is, for the Capitals.
Logan Thompson. He's been good. He's been decent, I think.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, I looked at this line at first, so I forgot that they were on back to like, what the hell? Why are the Capitals only pick on price here against the Blues? But of course, that would be why. So yeah, the Blues here, I think, are for the far inferior team. Like if they weren't on a back-to-back here, I actually only have a minus 120 the Caps, but I mean, I don't think that I've upgraded them enough, and maybe the Blues are worse than a thing. And plus, the Blues are banged up as well, still without Thomas Broberg and the like. Capitals really healthy, playing well. Ovechkin keeps scoring. He's getting nearer and nearer to Gretzky's record. So yeah, even here at minus 110, even on a back-to-back, I like the Caps here. Might get a bit of a better price too once Logan Thompson is confirmed, but I don't expect it'll be that much better. So yeah, just give me the Capitals here. Under 6 would be enticing if it were Lindgren, but it's not. So I want to stay away from the total altogether. Seems about right.
Yeah, love the Caps here. Minus 110. Just a much better team, much more complete team than the Blues. Underlying metrics, they have the 4th best expected goals for percentage. Blues have the 8th worst. Yeah, and as you said, Blues are beat up. Broberg's out. McLeod's still out. So I mentioned the other show that Ryan Suter was listed on their top pair on Daily Faceoff, and I didn't think that was right. But no, he is averaging 21-39 a night for the Blues. So he is playing top pair minutes. He's somehow a +7. I don't know what his underlying metrics are at. Maybe
+7. What the hell?
I mean, he's with Paracchio, who's kind of been killing it.
Parayko.
So whatever. But
what did you say? No. Pocahontas, Pinocchio.
Parayko. There's a Y in there. I don't. Parayko. There it is. Parayko. Yes. But yeah, without Broberg, without Thomas, Kapanen, Joseph, also both day to day. So Caps here. I think they're tied right now against the Penguins. Should be go Washington from Washington to St. Louis. Yeah, give me Washington here on the back-to-back minus 110. For the total, I guess I'd probably go with the under, whether it's Binnington or Hofer. No, Hofer started last game, as Jared called last show. Should be Binnington versus Logan Thompson. I think Thompson has been decent. Yeah, he's won his last 3 starts, allowing 2, 2, and 3. So yeah, Caps minus 110, and then the under 6 at plus 100. All right, going down to 7:30 here with the New Jersey Devils at the New York Islanders. Game itself on Long Island. Islanders are plus 124. Devils minus 148. Total is at 6. Over minus 125 with the under at plus 105 here. Islanders still really beat up, missing Barzal, of course. Pelech, Riley, and Romanoff are both day-to-day. Did not play Thursday. The Devils are healthy. Devils are finding their groove here. Devils have won 2 in a row. 4 of their past 5. Only loss was in Calgary in that their revenge game for the Flames against the Devils there with Markstrom. And the Islanders won 3 of their past 4 somehow here, but I think that kind of comes to a head here against the Devils. Islanders won the first meeting 4-3 in overtime, but I think just the Devils are much better team, better top line, better probably every line, every unit. So as long as Markstrom shows up and Sorokin doesn't stand on his head, I like the Devils here minus 148. Another favorite here for me.
Right, I agree with all of that. I'm just looking at some of the stuff here. It's anyway, I'll get into that a little bit later. Devils, minus 148 here. I think they're the far superior team. Islanders just they keep grinding out these games, going overtime half the time, just like they always do. But yeah, a nice win against the Senators there, but the Senators just really didn't show up. And now the Devils, they're on fire. Only loss was to the fucking Flames. That's their last loss in a while. So yeah, they're running good right now. Like you said, Markstrom playing a little better after a tough start to the season. So yeah, give me the Devils here minus 148. I think that's a good bet. What's my number here? Devils. Well, my number doesn't like the Devils at all. In fact, it's only minus 124. So I don't think I've downgraded the Islanders enough with all the injuries and whatnot. So that's what I'll put it on. I haven't really touched the Devils number. In fact, I downgraded them slightly just because I had them fairly high at the start of the year. But anyway, minus 140 I think is still good. Anything under minus 150, it's not a strong play here because that's a pretty expensive price with the Islanders at home. And the Devils will be on a back-to-back too. I think they play on Sunday against the Sharks, so we could have Jake Allen in that for probably that game. We'll probably see Markstrom for this one, but you never know. But yeah, Devils here. Total 6. Islanders keep fucking me with their confusing play. Like they have all these expected goals, but they never actually get the goals. And their defense continues to be solid. And so yeah, I've lost too much money on Islanders overs, so I'm gonna just back off that. But if I had to play it, I would check the over.
Yeah, Devils getting into a rhythm here, and we're brought to you by Rhythm, the number one AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds and get predictions on betting on money lines, spreads, totals, and props. You can build your own model, you can copy a model, or they can build one for you, and Rhythm will give you stats, research, and trend analysis for even more betting insights. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And we're brought to you by BetUS. Bet with the best in the business. BetUS. BetUS has been around for more than 30 years. U.S. players are always welcome. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetUS. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetUS. Promo code SGPN. All right, going down to 8 p.m. here. Have the Utah Yotes at the Nashville Predators. Predators are minus 155. Utah's plus 130. Total is set at 6 with the over at minus 118 and the under at minus 102. Joel, can the Preds finally turn it around?
Well, that's what I mentioned, or I was talking about in the last game there. I was looking at the PDO stuff, and they are dead last in the league in PDO. So they had the worst shooting percentage in the league behind the miserable Ducks and the third worst save percentage. So that's the reason why the Predators aren't winning games. They're still playing decent hockey for the most part, but they just have been struggling to score and to save. And if you don't score and you don't save, you're going to lose some hockey games, and you're going to get Barry Trotz talking about playing fantasy hockey and then rebuilding. It hasn't worked, and if he wanted to inspire his team, because they've lost both games since then, and pretty miserably too, I should add. That was embarrassing in Florida, especially. I know they're in back-to-back, but still. And they lost to the Capitals the night before, so Predators are in a bad state, but it's we're getting to a bottom here. Minus 155 against a Coyotes team who aren't very good. Kind of a fortunate win. Who did they beat? They beat their last game. They beat it was a game that I was against.
Beat the Blues. Of course they beat the Blues.
Okay. Yeah, okay. They beat the Blues. I'm pretty sure the Blues was a better team in that one too. So yeah, give me the Predators here. Minus 155. Let's see how far I've dropped them. So I still have my minus 167. So we're getting a depressed price on the Predators here who should, and they are a much better hockey team than they've been showing. So the results will turn around. I mean, they're only I heard that they're still only plus 140 to make the playoffs. So the market still hasn't given up on them clearly. Although in this game, I think they have a little bit. So minus 155. I think that's a good bet on the Predators. For hopefully they can turn things around before it's too late. Because it's going to be tough there in the West for them to dig themselves out of this hole if they keep losing these games. Total. I mentioned the PDO stuff. Predators are struggling to find a save, and they're also struggling to score. So again, this total is not for me. If I had to play it, the under 6 there, minus 102. Give me another 4-1 Predators win here. Coyotes offense has gone since Saunders has been out. So the under 6 would be my play if I had to bet the total, but Predators money line for sure.
Yeah, it seems like Utah's kind of stemmed the tide a bit without Marino and Dursey somehow here, winning 2 of their past 3 games, I believe, went to overtime 2 of the past 4 games went to overtime in Vegas there. Yeah, I can't bet Nashville here at minus 155, minus 160, what they're up to. They did finally break up that top line. They got Forsberg, O'Reilly, Stamkos, and then Marchessault down with Nyquist on the second line. But yeah, until they turn it around here, until they get some actual wins under their belt, I can't put money on them at minus 155. But I also can't bet Utah at plus 130 here. So pass game on the side. As for the total, I guess I would probably take the under here, under 6, minus 102. Preds only have 4 goals in their past 3 games. Utah has, scored 4 last game, 3 against Vegas here. So it's like a 3-2 type of game, maybe a 4-2 for the push. But probably won't be betting this one. But if I had to, the under, and I guess the Yotes. All right, down to 9 p.m. here at the Carolina Hurricanes at the Colorado Avalanche. Game is in Colorado. Avalanche are plus 105. Hurricanes are minus 125. Total is at 6.5. The over at minus 115 and the under at minus 105 here. I really like the Hurricanes here, minus 125. I know they're on the road, 5-1 on the road, 5-1 at home. Avs have a great home ice advantage, of course. 3-5 at home this season, though. Lost 4 of their past 5 games. Only win came against Seattle. I think McCarr did play last night, but Carolina's just so deep to the point where I think they can not cancel out the top line of the Avs, but at least hold them, tread water against them, then have their depth guys go to work. So love the Canes here, minus 125. Might look at a puck line as well. Their past 4 games have all been by at least 2 goals. Tend to win by margin. And the Avs have a few bad losses. 5-2 to Nashville, 5-2 to Tampa Bay, and Chicago, of course, there for those 3 in a row. So could see a 5-2 Hurricanes win here. So Hurricanes minus 125, maybe a small play on the Hurricanes puck line at plus 190 for the total. Georgiev only allowed 1 to Winnipeg. Under 6.5, minus 105 if I had to, but just taking the Canes here.
Could be, and then back in net. I mean, he started 4 or 5 games in a row before Georgiev was finally trusted again against the Jets. But he played well enough in Winnipeg, and after a really bad start there, giving up a goal the minute in, I guess. Like I said, didn't see the game, don't know how exactly he played. But if you only let 1 goal, you figure the Avalanche are going to win the game, but not if they can't muster a single goal. So yeah, and then I think we'll get the net, but we'll see about that. Avalanche, obviously, we talk about this all the time, still massively injured, and kind of a desperate team, though. They're not as in bad shape as the Predators, but they're not exactly too far ahead of them either. So they got to muster up some courage and get some wins together if they want to remain relevant. I expect they will, especially once the reinforcements come, as long as nobody else gets injured in the meanwhile. But yeah, for this game, the Hurricanes are just on a roll right now. Far better team, healthier team, and even better goaltending, of course, too. So the minus 125 there, I think, is pretty good. The 6.5, we go back to the well with the Avalanche overs. Obviously, did not work out in the Jets game, but it was mostly just Hellebuyck standing on his head there. 35 saves out of 35 shots. So over 6.5 here, and the Hurricanes money line. I was going to say something else. The Avalanche also have a bad PDO. They have fourth worst. Yeah, obviously a lot of it has to do with the save percentage, but they also don't have a great shooting percentage either. They're bottom five shooting percentage too, and that's not good when you have a team as talented as the Avalanche. You're not going to win a lot of games if you're not scoring. But I was also looking at the lines. It's pretty embarrassing. Look at the second power play unit. How many of these guys do you know? I mean, Devon Taves, okay. Then we got Ivan, TJ Tynan, Nikolai Kovalenko, and Sam Malinsky. That's the second power play unit.
Who was that second guy?
Ivan. Yep.
No, that's after Ivan.
TJ Tynan. Even I don't know who that
TJ
is.
Tynan.
All right. It's pretty bad right now. Ivan is cool as fuck. I love that. I love that man. Love that guy.
All right, going down to the final game on the docket. One more game here. I got one more bad game before the last game. Got the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 170 at the Los Angeles Kings, minus 205. Kings on the puck line are plus 120. Total is at 6 over at minus 125, and the under at plus 105 here. I'll take this one. I don't think I have too much for this one. I guess if anything, take the Kings minus 205, maybe as a parlay piece. 3-1-1 at home. Have lost back-to-back home games, though, against the Canucks and the Blackhawks. So not too great there. Columbus has lost 3 in a row, 6-2, 7-2, and then 2-1 in San Jose. I think the Blue Jackets are finally falling off after their hot start, and the Kings are, getting to what they kind of should be. 3-1-1 in their past 5 games. I think they're relatively healthy now. So, Kings minus 205 is a parlay piece. Maybe Kings in regulation, but Columbus has been able to force overtime a few times on the road. So, Kings are nothing here from me, but do like the under 6, I think, at plus 105. I know the Blue Jackets have just allowed 6 and 7 goals in 2 of their previous games, but Kings aren't scoring too much. Kings aren't giving up too much. Under 6 plus 105.
I have literally nothing to add. You covered it all. Kings and under seems right. My line is minus 213. Love the Kings here. Regulation, I think, is probably the best play. I don't like the Kings to win by margin, even against the lowly Blue Jackets, who are, to be fair, a much better team in that Sharks game. They just had a strange performance from Vanacek, who stood on his head to prevent the Blue Jackets from winning that one. Kings and under. Let's go.
All right, now we're going down to 10 p.m. Final game on the docket, best game on the docket. Edmonton Oilers minus 115 at the Vancouver Canucks minus 105. Total is at 6.5, over at plus 105, and the under at minus 125. Jolie, close us out here.
Did you know that this is the first time that Vancouver Canucks ever swept the state of California, winning all 3 games there?
Really?
Yeah, first time ever. Surprised to learn that, but it makes sense because there were, long stretches where the Ducks, Sharks were good. Kings are usually up there. But now the Ducks and Sharks are absolute shit. So it makes sense it happens now. Yeah, but that game against the Kings is actually probably the best Canucks game of the season. They looked more like themselves, more like last year. Better defensive identity. Still had some good chances. Power play was looking kind of shit, but Tanner Jeannot hit that. And he had Brock Besser with a cheap shot. He's going to be suspended. And the Canucks had a 5-minute power play that was looking miserable for a bit. And then they finally scored on it. So, power play needs to get better for both teams, to be fair. I mean, the Oilers, what are they like? They got like a bottom 8 power play, something like that. They also have a very bad shooting percentage. So the Oilers will get better. Their power play won't stay this bad forever, especially now that McDavid is back, and they'll definitely get a better shooting percentage by the end of the year. But right now they're struggling. Their defense is terrible. We've talked about Evan Bouchard a lot, how he sucks defensively. Like there's that highlight reel of Jack Eichel just burning him. Like he's just flat-footed and he can't do anything. The Oilers are kind of struggling like they did last year. And the Canucks were the ones to make them pay the most with a couple huge wins early in the season. So all that to say, I like the Canucks here, even coming back from that road trip. Not a very long road trip. So, yeah, the Canucks are at home. They're the better team. They're playing better, and the Oilers are still getting used to the season, I guess. They'll get to turn it around, but right now that they don't got it going. So give me the Canucks. Total under 6.5, I think is good too. We'll get Kevin Lankin in the net most likely. We do not want Shilovs. He's been terrible in every start. So even though he was great against the Oilers in the playoffs last year, we do not want him in net for this one because Lankinen has got a point in every game he's played, and he's been very solid. So under 6.5 here. Oilers can't score. Canucks are capable of shutting it down defensively, of course. So yeah, I expect this one to have fewer than 7 goals. So Canucks and the under.
Yeah, completely agree on that. Not too much to add. Oilers have only gone over in 3 of their 14 games. Canucks have also trended to the under. Each of these teams, their past 4 games, there have been 6 goals or less. So yeah, I like the under 6.5 minus 125. There are some flat 6s out there at even money. You're risking the push there for a potential 4-2, 5-1 type of game, but I think it'll be 3-2 at most probably. Yeah, Canucks better team right now. They also just have a more impressive resume so far. Like I know they haven't beaten like some great teams, but one at Florida, at the Kings. Kings are decent right now. The Oilers beat the Flyers, beat the Predators, beat the Penguins, Red Wings, Predators, and Flames. Like none of those teams are like, wow, that's a really good win there. And the Canucks may not have that either with the just at Florida being pretty good, but coming off that sweep of the California road trip, as you said, winning all 3 of those games pretty easily there, not getting the puck line against the Sharks, but still outshot them pretty good. So yeah, love the Canucks here as home slight underdogs minus 105. You can see even money right now at FanDuel if you're watching live. So yeah, Canucks here at home as well as the under 6.5 at minus 125. All right, that's the 12-game slate for Saturday, November 9th. Let's go over to our puck buck bets here. I was filling out my things while we were going on, but so yeah, you can go through. Let me get this sheet up here. Start looking for your picks, sir.
You want me to list them, or what are you doing?
There we go. Let me zoom in. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at the wrong day here. Okay, Flames, Sabres. Don't have anything strong on that one. Stars, Jets, under 6, minus 118. 20 puck bucks. Flyers, Panthers, Senators, Bruins, under 6, minus 110. 20 puck bucks. Dare I take the Habs right now? Nope. Rangers. Let's go with the Rangers. Minus 162. Give me 35 puck bucks on that one. Fuck the ring. Fuck the Wed Rings.
The Wed
Rings. Devils, Islanders, nope. Coyotes, Predators. They're what, minus 1? I'm not seeing a line for DraftKings right now, but minus 155, right? Yeah.
Yeah, minus 55.
So give me 30 puck bucks on that. And Hurricanes. Give me the Canucks money line minus 105. 20 puck bucks on that.
All right,
so almost going to take the Hurricanes Avs over, but I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I was going through our plays. I had to cut a few out because I had just had way too many favorites there. I still have pretty much all favorites. Yeah, I'm going with the Stars, Jets under 6 minus 118 to win 20 puck bucks. Rangers minus 162 to win 20 puck bucks. Capitals minus 110 to win 20 puck bucks. Devils minus 148 to win 20 puck bucks. Hurricanes minus 125. 25 puck bucks on that. And then Hurricanes puck line plus 190 for 10 puck bucks. And then Canucks minus 105 for 21 puck bucks there.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to do something. Give me the Rangers puck line as well. What's that at? That's plus 160. You kidding me? all day long. Give me 20
$160?
bucks on that.
A full 20 bucks on that. All right, you got 55 bucks down on the Rangers.
Yeah, the Wings are getting crushed.
Don't Beijing Wings isn't going to be happy with that one. We'll see if he listens by the time that game happens.
Yeah.
Right then, that's the Puck Buck bets for Saturday. They're on the YouTube there, and we just listed them off. I am currently 23-35, down 310 Puck Bucks. Joel is 27-31, down 119 Puck Bucks. Once we deal Jared in, he's going to be just 0-0-0 Puck Bucks in first place there.
Yeah, a head start.
Yeah. Right, Joel. Anything else here you got for the weekend before we close it out?
Well, it's Bama week. LSU, Alabama, one of the best games of the year. Looking forward to that. LSU small dogs. I bet that. Yeah, fuck Bama. Hope LSU crushes them. That'll make my weekend. That'll make or break my weekend probably. So, yeah, I'll be feeling great if they win, and probably miserable if they lose. So, yeah, gonna be fun Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't really got much there. I will have some articles coming out. I might tweet them out. You can find them there. You can follow the account at the HGP Twitter account at HockeySGPN. Still looking for some people if they're looking to get involved producing behind the scenes or some social stuff. You can reach out to us there. You can reach out to us in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. And I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Meyer. You'll find me learning if I can still sleep if I'm sober.
All right. See ya.